first before we do it together. We'll do it that way. Time. Okay. Yeah, we'll give you some time to do it on your own and then we'll do it together.
Sure.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, Yes. Yes. There any questions you can ask me? You understand something? Are the questions clear?
Yeah.
Just speak up, tell me, I don't understand. Hmm? Yeah,
I talked about the two sweaters.
the what?
The two sweaters. So
Which one is
I
that?
don't know if you post is very tiring, correct? So is the
Right.
two sweaters also very tiring?
Do people sometimes wear two sweaters when it's very cold?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Some people wear two coats too. True, I know
Very
that.
cold and wear two coats?
I said two coats is tiring unless they're freezing. I don't know if that's that.
I never heard of it, so I don't know what to say about it.
Oh.
Because this,
I know Donnie's mom.
they say some people could mean like, one out of, 3 people out of a million. That's not called some people.
But like a lot of people will wear like, maybe a lighter
Saying so-
jacket and then like a heavy coat. Like especially in very cold.
Yeah, it's all about 2 heavy winter coats.
No, I.
Oh, you meant like a lighter one and a heavier one, that's different.
Okay.
I mean, 2 of the same coats on top of each other, it's like, it does that, it's like, that you can't do.
What are binder clips?
Binder clips, I think we have some. There used to be some here. Binder clips, when you use like to hold papers together.
Black ones?
Yeah,
The
those black, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, to hold the papers together. No one uses that to hold the, garment together.
yeah.
Any questions? Yeah, so we can just be ready, we'll just review it. Yeah.
We're ready?
Okay. What is considered carrying? A winter coat in the summer,
Yes.
that's considered carrying,
Yeah.
which means, when you say it's considered carrying, that means you're allowed,
No.
you're not allowed.
You're not.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure you know, so the answer's wrong, I was just checking the language. It's wrong. It is considered carrying.
Yeah, you said,
That's what we said.
No,
because this is what is.
no, I'm sorry, I meant to say. What's up, the language? It's not considered carrying. You said it's considered carrying that you can't do it.
Yes.
It's
Like,
not,
yes,
it's not carrying.
Big house.
How come?
Well, it's a garment.
Oh, yeah. But it's.
I thought we said that because it's, because nobody would normally do that.
Normally,
It's
no
not
one
like-
wear it in the summer, that's correct. But it is a garment. A winter coat is a garment. We call it a bona fide garment, or bona fide, whatever, it's like, it is intrinsically a garment.
So what's the problem?
Something
with
that
wearing
is a garment doesn't matter if you need it or not. If it is in essence a garment, then it's not considered carrying.
So two coats, they're also both in essence.
But
garments.
but people never wear two coats.
But nobody wears.
Winter coat every summer.
Delete the last few words. Then so no one wears a winter coat in the summer. Delete the last 3 words in the summer. Now no one wears a winter coat. You wear winter coats. Doesn't matter when. People usually, it's a normal thing to wear winter coats. That's the person is doing. The fact that it's not wearing in the summer doesn't cause any problem for us because this is a garment. That's why 2 sweaters, people sometimes wear 2 sweaters. So 2 sweaters is not considered carrying. Wrapping a blanket around it.
That's not carrying.
It's not carrying. What's the condition?
That you wrap it around completely.
Has to be around your head too.
Yeah.
If it's actually keeping you warm, it could just be around your body, it doesn't be around your head. But it's not doing anything, it's just an excuse to carry. So then if you wrap it around your head too. A tissue inside your shoe for comfort,
That's not carrying.
because it's serving the shoe, serving your body. Actually serving your body, I should say. Serving the body. Sometimes you have a situation with serving the garment, like in question 9. Here it's serving the body, but if it's question 6, let's say, question 6, a handkerchief inside your shoe for comfort.
That is carrying.
That is, even though it's serving the body, but it does not become nullified to the body because it's not going to the garbage afterwards. It's a handkerchief, so it cannot become now nullified to your garments, to your body, because it's not meant for it, and you're going to use it for something else afterwards, even though it's serving your body, but it cannot become nullified to your body because it's not meant for that purpose. Extra buttons.
Yes.
We never discussed extra buttons.
Did you not?
No. I don't think we discussed it. An extra button, something, an extra button.
Those,
extra
yeah,
button.
no, we did. Or those are not.
There's different opinions. That's something else. If you have a loose button, then it's not doing, has no purpose. Unless you actually close your jacket with it. But an extra button, there are different opinions. It's best to remove it. If you did it, it's fine. There's a whole big discussion why it is, it shouldn't, unless it's extra buttons on a shirt. And I find like with shirts, I never use any extra button. It's the shirt ends up, becoming garbage before the buttons don't fall off my shirt, never. So with extra buttons, never use it. So there's no. But when you have an interest in it, it creates an issue. When you don't care about it, it becomes nullified to the garment. Then it's not carried because, like the cleaner's tag, it becomes nullified to the garment. No. safety pin to hold the garment together.
No,
It's not carrying, because it's serving the garment.
and cleaner's tag isn't also.
Finish tag is not a problem because not because it's doing anything, on the contrary, because it has no value. You have no, it means nothing to you. So it has no importance in comparison to the garment, so it becomes nullified to the garment.
What if this bothers you?
So there are opinions that says, there's an opinion that says that if it bothers you, you're not comfortable, doesn't look nice, then it's an issue. Not everyone agrees to that. At the end of the day, it has no value. It is, you don't care about it. It has no value to it. So really, should be nullified to the garment. But some say because you're not comfortable with it, so now it's like something like a sore thumb. It's like it's annoying, like So it's sort of like so that some say it's an issue. Binder clips to hold the garment together. No, that's carries, even though it's serving the garment, but it's not meant for it. Okay. Gloves tied to a garment. So we never really discussed, we discussed 12. We discussed gloves sewn to the garment. A glove sewn to the garment, we said is 100% okay. But if it's tied to the garment, it is questionable if it becomes nullified to the garment. So preferably it should be tied. It should be sewn in it. If it's tied, it's questionable. Now, if you're wearing the gloves and it's tied, then there's definitely room to be lenient because the concern is you might take it off. And even if they could take it off, what's going to happen? It's not falling off. And some say that it may be nullified to the garment. So, yeah, you following this? In other words, if the gloves is tied to the garment, or sometimes they have, generally with kids, what they use is these, they have these like clips, special clips. That's like tied, it's like sewn. So if they're not wearing the gloves, it's not proper. Wearing the gloves, it's very different because some say you can wear gloves in general, right? We have over here, look at 15. 15, you know, I separated a little bit together, but is gloves considered carrying? Some say it's, well, for sure not considered carrying, but some say you can't wear it because you might come. Some say you might come to take it off and end up carrying it. So if it's with clips, not sewn, and you're wearing it, it's definitely much better than wearing the gloves without being attached at all. So, in other words, it's when it's sewn, that's the best. But if it's tied and with clips and you're wearing it, there's definitely it's much better situation than just wearing gloves without being tied at all. Yeah, that makes sense. You get it. In other words, there's even room to be even more lenient with it. Even those who say that you cannot wear gloves, you might come take it off because what's the concern? You might come to carry it. Now, if you take it off, you're not carrying; it's still tied. But not necessarily when it's tied is not because that considered it's nullified to the garment. It may still be considered carrying. But it's not the regular way. So it's sort of a step removed. So okay, 13. Yeah, understood? 13. And you're allowed to wear a jacket or coat over your shoulders. So you're putting it over your shoulders, it's like sitting over your shoulders.
No,
Is that considered carrying?
no, but it's,
You're not allowed because you might come to carry it. Because if, let's say, it falls off, the wind blows it off, and you pick it up, and then you end up carrying it until you put it back on. You might pick it up and walking until you put it back on, you're carrying it. So for that reason, it should not be done that way. if that concern is there. (14) When are you prohibited to lift up the bottom of your garment? So it's like, right, you understand what I mean? Walk and pick it up with
Alice and Poncho.
Talis and poncho, because anything that doesn't have any sleeves, you're not supposed to pick up the bottom because it looks like carrying. 15 we did already. So we go to you do the other side of the page?
Yeah,
You did it? Yeah?
so I guess if you wrap a blanket around it, you also wouldn't be able to lift it up.
Asking if there's a concern, you might, well, the difference is in putting a garment on your shoulders, if it's full, when you're wrapping it around the head of your body, how are you walking? You're walking like this, and it's just like falling off, you're walking like this, you're holding it. You're holding it, it's not meant, you're wearing it in a way that it's not meant to fall off. Because of its vulnerability, the way it is, and it's not gonna hold, you must be holding on to it. Otherwise, you can't walk with it.
So how do people hold the towels?
Talus is not meant to fall off.
Oh, they just.
Talus is worn properly.
Oh.
Talus is not worn in a way that anything can happen, but it's worn properly. Point is, when I put this over my shoulders, there's a likelihood that it could fall off. I'm not walking. If someone's putting it over the shoulder, they're not walking in a way, well, everything is possible. Then it changed. In other words, are they putting on the shoulder and they're going like this at the same time? Usually not.
Oh, I'm asking about the blanket.
Right, so I'm saying, oh, I thought you were asking why is that okay? Because it might fall off. Was that your question?
No, I'm saying you
Oh.
can't lift it up either.
I thought you were asking how can you wear it? It might fall off.
Oh.
Might come to carry. That's what I thought.
Oh. Okay.
But you asked about picking it up from the
Yes.
ground.
Yeah.
Correct. Exactly. So yes, so the blanket will be the same thing.
Okay.
Good, very good. Okay, another example. You put it in, and then a blanket. You wear a blanket around your head and your body, and then you're walking over there's a puddle somewhere. You're not allowed to pick it up and hold it because it looks like carrying. Because it's not. There's no sleeves. Good point. Yeah. Uh, Okay. Okay, we go to the other side of the page. Yeah,
Mhm.
16. If you're walking with a toddler that stopped walking, what are the options?
You pass from one person to the other if it's less than 4.
Right?
Yes. You could walk from like that.
Right, you hold their hand, you could lift them up.
Yeah.
You can lift one leg off the ground. Go like this, like that. If that works, it doesn't usually work. I've never seen that work. Usually, just stop and just waiting.
There's one I wasn't sure, but maybe it's
Another one?
non-green.
If those options don't, there's another option. You said passing
Yeah.
passing one person to the next.
Yeah.
Only helps up into the house. Now, when you pass one to the next, you're allowed to walk a little bit because you're not putting it. Passing from one to the next. Until you're now going to walk less than 4 cubits and stop. And if you pass one to the next, I was going to say you can walk a little and then pass. But then it's like you're carrying less than 4 cubits. No, you can't walk and pass. You just have to pass. Right, just passing. You're passing from one to the next without walking at all. That's 100% fine. That's always fine. It's always fine for anything. Just like practical, what are you going to do? And then if now, what is better, to use a guy or to walk less than 4 cubits? In other words, Another option is that you walk for a few minutes. You don't need to pass. You pick up the child, you hold the child. You put down the child. Actually, if you stop, it's always considered better to put down the child, not every time the child starts feeling again. Or a goy, what is better? Right, it's always better than for a goy. Anything they can avoid doing yourself is always better to a goy. So if you have no goy and it's really stuck and there's no one else around, pick up the child, carry it for kids, and put it down. Pick up the child again. You don't see them doing that because it's not lechatchil. It's only usually you can wait it out. It's not like if it's freezing cold
And a goy could carry it into your house.
yeah,
They don't have to stop
yeah,
anything.
yeah. No. It's not going to carry it to your house. No, not an issue. But using the heter, the leniency of the goy, is only a situation when it's necessary, when it's crucial. What is crucial? Well, you have to make that judgment. According to Halacha, you could tell a goy to do even an isim in Torah for the sake of a child. So even if it's a reshus, if it's a public domain like here in New York, that's possible to be a public domain that's in Torah, you could also tell a non-Jew for the sake of a child. So if the child necessitates it, the child is screaming and crying, the child is upset, there's more for leniency as opposed to a child that's fine. And you're going out of your mind because you want to be already, and the child is like, it's fine. So you have to know how to apply this leniency of using a non-Jew. It can only be used in a situation when it's necessary, meaning if the child is, needs to get back into the house, then there's more for leniency, even if it's prohibited by the Torah, even if a biblical domain. And if not, you have to be more careful. So, like in New York, you have to be more careful before you use that leniency. Because maybe a public domain that's prohibited by the Torah, be more careful. So you can't just use the leniency of telling a non-Jew because okay, you can't take it anymore. We just want to, you don't have the patience. When the child is fine, the child is not scared. The child isn't. He's just sitting. The child is just. Sometimes we don't feel like walking. The child doesn't feel like walking. The child is acting normal, just like God. Just doesn't understand that the place you don't sit down in the middle of the street. But in terms of what the child is doing, he wants to sit now. Just like I feel like sitting now, right? So you can't just use, so if it's a Yeshusam min al like over here in Brooklyn, according to many opinions, it's not, you can't just use that leniency of telling a non-Jew to carry the child home. But if it's out of town, with chances which Yeshusam, according to many opinions, this rabbinic, then telling a non-Jew to do a rabbinic prohibition is more leniency. But you could tell them to do even for the sake of the laws, the sake of it's something that's important, something that's if it's making it hard for you, then you could tell a non-Jew. In other words, telling a non-Jew to do it is not so simple. I'm trying to give you some insight, but it's hard to really give you an exact description of this. Could be multiple situations. Is there a leniency? Is there no leniency? But if the child needs to get home, the child is crying, the child is upset, the child wants to be held. You have a situation the child wants you to carry the child is screaming. So the child is sitting. It's very different, right? Child is screaming, then of course it's telling non-Jew. Otherwise, it depends where it is. It's a little more not so clear. It's not like, okay, for sure, you can tell a non-Jew. Like, the child is going to go, and I have no patience, tell a non-Jew. No, it's not so simple.
And then but in that case, you would be able to tell them directly.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Directly, yeah. Okay.
Oh, and sorry, and this is more ideal than yourself picking them up, carrying the child a little bit, and then putting them down?
A goy?
Yeah,
Sure, a goy is always better, no question about it.
okay.
You doing it, carrying the child less than 4 cubits, and then putting down the child should only be done if it's really necessary. Like, you can't find a goy, and the child really needs to get back into the house.
Mm-hmm.
It's. Our sages prohibited doing it this way because you might come to carry 4 cubits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not something that's just done randomly.
Okay.
So now what thought came to mind? I'm realizing now there could be more leniency actually in telling the child. I'm talking about a child that is able to walk. That's the situation. Child is able to walk, the whole carrying is rabbinic. We discussed it in the other class. According to the Torah, a child, a person that can walk on their own, then a person carries that person who can walk on their own. It's not prohibited by the Torah, only rabbinically. So to start with, it is a rabbinical prohibition.
Mm-hmm.
So there is more room for leniency, but still not in every time you just, okay, I'm not in the mood of this. I don't know, I need to get home already. I don't feel like sitting around with the child. Just much easier. It still can't be used randomly, but there is more leeway. If you feel it's like important to you, it makes a big difference in your like Shabbos, and it's really stressing you out. So there is more leniency actually. You realize you carry. You haven't stopped since you left your house. You're walking the whole time, you haven't stopped since you left your house. So what do?
You walk back to your house.
You walk back to your house without stopping. Just suppose that you should walk quickly to make sure you don't come to stop. Some say you should run, but you walk fast because you want to make sure you don't stop. So if you just walking, so you walk fast. What if you stop since you left your house? But not you walk. You stopped since your house, but you're walking now. Yeah. So now you put it down, not in a regular way. While you're walking, you drop it out of overhand or turn out the pocket.
And you don't stop again, right? This should be done. You're doing this while you're walking.
Absolutely. You don't stop. You never stop. If you stop, once you stop, then you just empty out your pocket, just put it down. Unless it's a safer. If it's a safer, then you have time to deal with it. You just stand and wait and find a guy to carry it for you. Wish to be what if it's expensive or muktzah? Let's talk about expensive. You don't want to just leave it there.
Yeah.
So I'm discussing now not expensive, it's going to break when you drop it. I'm talking about that you don't want to leave it there. So what do you do?
I guess you need to stay there.
So right. So the best thing is step one action, I didn't mention this, is that you stay there. Because really to tell a guy on Shabbos to carry for you, not allowed. Well, what's the issue? Because expensive? Okay, so sit and guard it. But not always practical. It's convenient. So the Shabbos also mitzvah. You sit there, let's say at the end of Shabbos, so sit there. No, why ask me about the carry? Because you don't want to be there, stay there. If you can't be there, good reasons. So the Shabbos, yeah, whatever. You can tell the guy to carry it for you. What's if you don't have a guy? We also discussed is actually a better way, but it's not so practical. And that is if you find a guy right away and the guy takes it from your hand while you are walking. That's not very unusual to find such a situation. Because if the guy takes it from your hand while you're walking, then you don't complete the malach, you have to put it down. So that's very theoretical. If you don't have those options, then what's the next option? You carry it yourself less than 4 cubits and you stop. That's expensive. It's a traumatic situation, but it's a loss. And every time you stop, it's better to sit down. It's better to, if it's possible, you should sit down. But then when you come in front of your house, if it's still not in a safe place in front of your house, then again, because theoretically, maybe in front of your house, you can have someone stand and guard it. Take turns, whatever, it's in front of your house, maybe it's safe. But if it's not safe, so then you could throw it into your house in an unusual way. Being that it's a big loss, so there's an opinion that says, even though it's a prohibited by the Torah, there's an opinion that says you can still do it in an unusual way, according to one opinion. And that's the opinion that in this case we are relying on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Any questions?
yeah, I have a question. I think we discussed it, but I don't remember the answer. If you found something in your pocket, like jewelry, something that you can wear, you can just put it on.
Yeah, but you can't do it while you're walking. If you do it while you're walking, it's like you're putting it down, because that's
You
where
can't stop.
the jewelry belongs, that's where it belongs, right?
You can't stop.
If you can't stop.
Right,
Now it's in your pocket. Now you don't want to stick it, you're walking. Now you want to put it on your hand. When you put it on your hand, then you are actually completing the malach of carrying, because now you put it in its place. That's how it's brought
oh,
down.
so it's the same thing. You have
It's
to-
like putting it down on the floor, putting it down on your head. That's how it's brought down. I saw it many years ago, and I want to look it up again. But from memory from years ago, I saw it somewhere. The same also, like someone's carrying a towel to the liquor Shabbos morning. I once saw someone hold the towel, and he realized it's Shabbos. So while he's walking, he put it on around his neck. So it's brought down. That's considered carrying. That's like completing the malacha, because you're putting it down in its place, even though you're moving. But it says it's prohibited.
Mhm. Okay, so it's the same thing.
So yes, so you have to drop it out of your hand in a backhand way. You can do it. You can do it in a smart. You don't want it to get damaged. But you want to bend down. It's like the ball going like this. It's from the one throwing it from higher up, and then you stand and you guard it and you hold it and you try to find someone you trust. You always find people you trust. You can tell. You walk together with them. Yeah.
What's considered a public, like, what's the definition exactly of a public area? In the Torah?
Public domain, I'll tell you,
Yeah,
according to one opinion, there has to be like 600,000 people walking through that place. The main opinion is,
walking through it in one day or like.
but the main opinion is that it has to be a street that's approximately 24 feet wide. And it's a public area, people walk through. That is the main opinion. There is the opinion that says there has to be 600,000 people walking through every day.
Oh, okay.
But that's not the main opinion. That's more of a stricter opinion. We try, the emphasis we should be concerned about that opinion. No, actually, no, opposites. Opposite way around.
Oh.
That's the means opinion, because if it's not 600,000 people, then it's not a biblical public domain. But does those that say, even if there's no 600,000 people, but because it's has the width of approximately 24 feet, let's say, so that is considered a public domain.
You said 24 feet wide, right?
Wide, yeah, the street that's 24 feet wide, which is streets are 24 feet wide. The sidewalk and the street is.
And the private one?
Private one.
Yeah, public domain. Public building.